Search for Work Day is really a culmination of a project where the seniors spend time making resumes and cover letters and researching businesses, and the day itself is really the end point of that, where they applied for the jobs and they meet with the people that they applied for the jobs with to interview for the job.
I was really excited. I was really excited for this whole thing because I knew that it was going to be a good experience for a lot of people that haven't yet been able to be a part of an interview. You know, because not all of the high school students that are here have even had a job yet, regardless of whether or not they've even been interviewed. So I think this is a really good experience for everybody before they go out into the real world.
To take opportunities like this to learn and grow, be willing to make mistakes, be willing to be embarrassed, but to grow from it. You know, that obstacles like this come up throughout your career, throughout your education, but if you look at them as growth potential and not as something to run from, you continue to improve.
Go to Votech, you already have a resume made for you. They help you with that. Mr. Maganati out there, he makes the resume for you, then he can send it to you, but you have to make everything else yourself. The cover letter takes probably about a day. All you have to do is talk good about yourself. What they told me from in there is keep it short and simple. That's all you got to do. And that's basically it for that. I mean, if you take a few weeks to get everything done, it's just about it.
Well, actually, I work for the Pennsylvania Department of Education, and I'm the Career Readiness Advisor for the state of Pennsylvania. And the Secretary of Education asked me to come, and I wanted to see what you all were doing in terms of career preparation, and it sounded like a really good day. Well, for one thing, it gets students used to answering questions in an interview and being put on the spot and have to think and know themselves. I always say if you can answer who you are and what you want to do in 60 seconds and say what you are, you've made it. So being prepared, getting a resume together, thinking about your accomplishments and what you've done and what you want to do also helps the student really plan for their own future.
In coming years for students, I would say that they're doing a pretty good job, at least at this point, with all the preparation of their resumes, their cover letters. Probably the biggest thing is maybe doing a little more research into the companies that they're interviewing for is probably my very best advice. That was the only thing I saw that might have been lacking today with some of the candidates and over the past few years, but overall they've done a phenomenal job.
I think it's a very exciting environment, not just for the kids, but for the participants, employees, employers coming in to interview students. So excited, kind of brainstorming on how we can utilize this as a foundation to create additional programs for our students.
I do believe this experience will help me a lot next year because I will know not to be as nervous going in because it's not that big of a deal.
It's a great experience. It's nice to be able to kind of give back to the community, and I know that students moving forward from here, interested in education, have only viewed it from the student standpoint. So I think it's nice to put them in that mind frame of what is it like to be a teacher or a candidate looking for a teaching position.
So the junior class is doing it next year. It'll be the 6th annual year of it. It keeps getting bigger and better, and every single year the businesses say what an incredible job the seniors do. So you guys have to keep that rolling. You know, it's become a tradition here. Every year we hang up the group picture in my classroom. You guys can look into it and buy into it. And, you know, for example, today the Pennsylvania Department of Education was here watching what the seniors were doing because of the awesome job that they have done so far. And it's really up to the juniors to keep learning from those experiences, but to keep this program going strong so we can continue to get all these businesses coming in too. The more interviews you can get, the easier it becomes. You know, you get less nervous, you get the system down pat, you learn how to do it. So any chance you have an interview, you should go with it.
But it's definitely something that, you know, I won't forget. I'll definitely use later down the road when I'm preparing, but it was a great experience.
Just really happy with how things went today, really happy to see how much it's grown in 5 years, really happy to see that the Pennsylvania Department of Education was here to watch it today and just proud of how well the seniors did.